Good afternoon. This is the sixth week. This is Roti. This is the sixth week of 2026, and I just want to talk about my trade idea for this week. Never mind the fact that today is Friday. Okay, there's today is the first Friday of February. Usually there is NFP around 2:30 Nigerian time, 2:30 p.m. Nigerian time. But uh, because of the short um shutdown in the US, the Labor Department chose to postpone the release of the employment data. So we'll have to see when that will be released. But still, there's unemployment data for Canada. So, and I don't know if you follow the news as well as I do. Let's check Bloomberg. All is in focus. You can see one of the major headlines today. Apart from AI related news, the next one is Iran US holding direct talks to de-escalate Middle East tension. So you see oil rises as traders await outcome. So you can see oil is in focus. Oil has been in focus for a while now because of the issue in Iran and Trump sending ships there. So obviously there's activity in oil. So I don't know if you saw my trade for the fifth week of 2026. I had some good entries on oil there. So let's check the news calendar one more time. You can see employment data for Canada is coming out in 8 minutes. Data like this are very, very, very active. They cause a lot of activity in the market because when you talk about employment data, interest rates, GDP, PMIs as well. Let me think. Inflation data as well. They cause a lot of activity. So these are the biggest events in the market, and most of the big moves will usually occur around this time. But then you shouldn't be entering like with the news. Let's say see the news open comes out in 7 minutes. You shouldn't try to maybe enter a trade in the next minute or two so that you can like catch the big move. It doesn't work that way. You just get spiked out that way. So sometimes you just need to let the news come out, see what happens then. There are so many ways to go about it. Now let's go to the charts. Now I'm looking at oil. Obviously I've looked at this before, but for the sake of explaining this, I'll go through one more time. I already had entries from this area, around this area as well, somewhere around there as well. So you can see from the previous video. So now still the same idea, still going with the overall uptrend. You can see the moving averages. Let me change the color. You can see the moving averages. Let me use white. 250, 10, 20, and 10. So they're all pointing upward. So you really want to align the upward trajectory of price. Let's go to the daily time frame. I'm not really going to size up on this, even considering the fact that oil is in focus and today is Friday, that kind of stuff. One is I wouldn't want to hold a very large position over the weekend. Since talks are going on in Iran, anything can happen over the weekend. I don't know. Just imagine this is Monday. From this is Monday right here. You can see where price closed. Let me use a different color. Where price closed on. Let me use yellow. Where price closed on Friday, and look at where it opened on Monday. You can see this can really destroy the person's confidence. That is if it doesn't even destroy your account in the first place. Which is why I'm really skeptical about holding this position over the weekend. Give me a minute. So one thing I'll do is that is one reason why I won't be sizing up a lot. The second reason is I don't know your experience level, but then when you see price action like this, when you see a massive range like this, there's a lot of money in here, and for that range to break, it's even more money. For example, the sellers that finally broke the range have been building their orders from this area, building more orders, even more orders, and eventually breaking the range will require a lot of money. So when you see ranges like this, massive ranges like this on the higher time frames, like the daily, weekly time frame, you know there's serious money behind that, and then you don't want to. Let's say price eventually comes like this. Let me change the color again. Let me use white this time. Let's say price eventually comes this way, comes like this, and you start to approach the range. Just know that these guys, these original guys that sold around here might want to step in again. So you end up being what liquidity, whatever you call it, for these guys to push price down again. That is, I don't know if you watched my previous video, but these guys are interested in selling. Let me change the color. Let me launch into this. Okay, let's go. Where these guys want to sell, let me change the color now. Then you have the smaller guys wanting to buy. Support. So this is what we call money for, where sellers see an opportunity. Also, buyers feel they want to get in again to continue. So, and we are in that kind of position right here. Let me clean up again. You can see the massive range here. You can see the range. You can see it broke to the downside and went down for a very long time. Now we are approaching that area again. You can see we are approaching that area again. You can see I'm not really drawing one single line and saying that is resistance, that is support. No, I'm just saying an area, a range, if you like. Now price can react from the bottom of the range or even at the top of the range. So we just don't know. And we're at that area right now. So I want to be very careful with how I approach this. But then I still want to go with the overall recent flow of buying oil. Let's go to the lower time frame. Whatever I do has to be very, very quick, somewhere around there to this area, which is why my stop loss must be a bit tight so that I can get reasonable risk to reward from this area to this area. Now that we have that out of the way, let's see if there is an opportunity for me before the US stock market opens around 3:30 my time. The news will come out in less than a minute, so let's see what it does. I have a code, so bear with me. Let's see what it does. It's 2:30 already, so let's give it some. Usually NFP is around this time, so maybe. And the reason the employment data is for the Canadian dollar, and this is a US dollar instrument. It's because oil is naturally affected by Canadian news. Let me go to a lower time frame to see. Okay, I was expecting a bit more movement, but obviously, maybe because of the isn't truly a problem. Still good. The idea is still valid. Since there isn't much movement, let me check the card group to see. Just a little spike. You can see the volume kind of picked up here. So just not a lot of movement, but still you can see the volume spiked up. Okay, no problem then. What I'll do, I still want to buy this, so I'll prefer to wait for, let's say, the close of this candle to see the close of this current candle to see what, and I'll update you later. My entry has to be around the US stock market open because that's my best option for activity. Alright, I'll update you later. Alright, good afternoon. This is 4:40 p.m. I just want to provide an update. The trade started moving around 3 o'clock. That was close to the US stock market open. Don't forget, I don't want to be in this for too long. Maybe I'll exit somewhere around this area. This area. I'll wait for just a bit more time for the US to for me to know where the US will go with this. Then I'll update you about the exit. I'll post a screenshot of my entry as well. Alright, that's the update for now. You can see the final update for this trade. You can see it started very well around 3 o'clock to 3:30 for New York stock market open. But it's kind of faded out now. And remember, I said I don't want to hold through the weekend. I don't know what is going to happen with the Iran US talks happening in, I think, Turkey. So you can see the volume has kind of faded out as well. So I have closed my trade already around this area for, I believe, $28. I believe it's $28. So I'll post the screenshots. So overall, nice trade. Nice trade. If today had been a Thursday or Wednesday, I would have held on to somewhere around this area. But this is still very nice. So I ended up getting just a little over 1 hour here. So really nice trade idea. But then just the time of day and the time of week has not allowed me to go for full profit. But still very nice. Alright, final update. See you next week.